Welcome to Week 8 of the King of Football. I am the King of Football. I know all. I tell all. I'm always watching, and I'm always gambling on football. And each week I'm going to bring you 5 games that you absolutely have to bet on to increase your bankroll. So when you're in the club, you can flaunt and you can taunt with that paper in your pocket. Let's bring in my counterpart, Coach Harvey Ward Van Allen. Last week, the coach went 3-2. His season record is 13-22. The King went 2-3. My season record is 22-13. He's only 9 games back, and he's still got a puncher's chance of catching me. Let's start off game 1, the Philadelphia Eagles at the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park, New York. The Bills have a really good defense. They've been playing really well this year under Josh Allen. The Eagles have been sucking and just got their ass kicked by Dallas last week, that everyone thought the Eagles, including myself, were going to go in there and win. They didn't. They got killed. The Eagles are in disarray right now. However, they are playing the Buffalo Bills, and history says the Bills will eventually suck, and they will start this week. Put your money on Carson Wentz and the Eagles to go into Buffalo and win this game. Take them +1 and a hook. Coach?
Put your money on the Bills. I know they had a little bit of a tough week last week, but overall they are looking really good, and the Eagles, let's just face it, are fucking awful. They got crushed by Dallas last weekend, who has only had 4 wins, 3 of those being the 3 worst teams in the league. Put your money on Buffalo at home and take your money home.
Coach has Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills -1 and a hook. At home, the King has the Philadelphia Eagles on the road +1 and a hook. Game 2, the Cleveland Browns at the New England Patriots. Man, the Patriots are just absolutely destroying everyone. They have the best defense in the league, and no one has scored more than 14 points on the Patriots all year. This week, the Browns will do it, and the Browns will cover the spread because they do have the talent. Put your money on Cleveland +12.5 in New England. Coach?
Cleveland will not do it. New England is going to kick the shit out of them. The Browns are in complete disarray, and on top of that, Baker Mayfield leads the league in interceptions thrown, and New England leads the league in interceptions taken away. And they are going to take them away from Baker Mayfield because he's going to try to push it to Odell Beckham and not hit the mark. Put your money on New England. I know it's a lot of points, but they're at home, and they're going to kick the shit out of them.
Coach has the Patriots and Tom Brady -12 and a hook at home in Foxborough. The King has the Cleveland Browns on the road +12 and a hook. Game 3, Monday Night Football. The Miami Dolphins at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Josh Rosen, who knows who starts for Miami. They suck and they are tanking, but they're going to cover the spread because the Steelers also fucking suck. I can't even name their fucking starting quarterback. I know he's a third-string guy. He's awful. Anyway, put your money on Miami +14.5. They will lose the game. They may lose by 14, but you'll still win. Take that hook. Coach?
It's a stretch, but I'm taking the Steelers. Mason Rudolph is back. It's Monday Night Football. The Steelers' defense has been struggling, but as Kevin and everyone else in the world knows, Miami is terrible. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to be back under center this week. He only plays good once a year, and that was last week. And so he's done. Put your money on Pittsburgh and take your money home.
Coach, that's Mike Tomlin-led Steelers -14 and a hook at Heinz Field. The King has the Miami Dolphins on the road +14 and a hook. Game 4, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee got rid of Marcus Mariota. He fucking sucked, probably because he's from the Pac-12. That's right. Tennessee now has Ryan Tannehill, who also fucking sucks. But they seem to be winning games with a good defensive line and a good running game with Derrick Henry. In comes famous Jameis Winston, who no one can count on. He wins some, he loses some. I don't trust him. I'm putting my money on Tennessee at home -2 and a hook. They win by 3 or more. Coach?
I'm putting my money on famous Jameis to come in and light it up. He's streaky as shit, and who knows what's going to come out of him, but I feel like they can light up Tennessee's defense. And Tennessee may not put any points on the board. Ryan Tannehill is awful. Has been, will continue to be. That place is in a fucking mess. Put your money on Tampa Bay and famous Jameis to pull it out this week. They're getting 2.5. Take your money home.
Coach just put his money on the idiot of the year last year, famous Jameis, to go into Tennessee and win +2 and a hook. The King has the hometown Titans -2 and a hook in Nashville. Game 5, the Arizona Cardinals at the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are blowing everybody out. Doesn't matter who quarterback is. Doesn't matter if Alvin Kamara plays or not. But the Arizona Cardinals, with red-hot Kyler Murray, have won 3 straight. They are getting it going. They go in and they lose to the Saints, but they are going to fucking cover. Mark my words, Arizona only loses this game by 8 or less. Put your money on Arizona, plus 9.5 in the Superdome. Coach?
Put your money on New Orleans at home. Teddy Bridgewater is actually looking really good. That defense is unbelievable right now, and I know Kyler Murray and the Cardinals have shown a spark right here, but they have not seen a defense like they're going to see this weekend. Put your money on New Orleans, give up the 9.5, it's big, and take your money home.
Coach has the who dat in the Dome, minus 9.5. The King has Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, plus 9.5 on the road. And now it's time for our lead pipe lock of the week. I got the Seattle Seahawks rolling into Atlanta. Even though it's a 10 a.m. game, Atlanta sucks so fucking bad. Russell Wilson may not show up in the first half, but he will the second half, and the Seahawks are going to blow out the Falcons. Chris Carson's going to have a big game, and God, the Falcons suck. Put your money on Seattle on the road, minus 3.5 for my lock. Coach?
My lock of the week, the Broncos rolling into Lucas Oil Field and getting their asses handed to them by the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have been looking really good. Their defense is strong right now. And let's just face it, Flacco sucks and the Broncos suck. I know their D is showing a little bit of spark here and there, but it ain't going to happen this week. Put your money on the Colts, give up to 5.5, lock of the week, and take your money home.
His record on the year for locks is 5-2, minus 2-5. You may want to follow Coach on his locks. He's much better than me this year. And now it's time for our last segment, Idiot of the Week. I'm going to go with 2 guys, Sam Darnold and Mitchell Trubisky. You guys fucking suck. The Bears with this great defense, everyone thought they'd be improved this year. Trubisky is fucking awful. And who the fuck drafted him before Patrick Mahomes? The Chicago Bears did. Let's roll over to New York real quick, where Sam Darnold had his worst game ever, throws 4 picks and tells his coach he sees ghosts. You don't see ghosts. You just fucking suck. Coach?
My idiot of the week is Arthur Blank. And the reason is because he has not fired Dan Quinn yet. I called Dan Quinn out last week. Atlanta didn't show anything new this week, as we all knew they wouldn't, and Dan Quinn has to go. I think what upsets me the most is that now that beautiful city of Atlanta and Arthur Blank are focusing on Major League Soccer. They're second in their division, and that's where he seems to be putting all of his time. Put your focus back on the Falcons, Arthur. We need them. Get rid of Dan Quinn and turn that shit around.
Atlanta becoming a soccer ball city. That is fucking pathetic. Before we conclude this edition of Week 8, I want to give a shout out really quick to someone who dogged me out last week. Nicole Salas said that I sucked and my picks are shit. Nicole, I'm going to do something for you right here. I'm going to guarantee that I kick ass in your pool this week, and you're going to pay the piper for that motherfucker, man. That concludes another week, Week 8 of the King of Football. I'm the King of Football. I know all, I tell all, I'm always watching, and I'm always gambling on football. Coach!
Yep.